Hello and welcome to me going through some more of my records, vinyls, thingos, whatever it is, waxy things. Pardon the sound in the background. It's really hot and I've got the air conditioner going. Anyway, in this particular one, I've decided to concentrate on Duran Duran. Uh, what? So what a way of pronouncing it, Duran Duran. That's even worse. Well, I remember back in the 80s there was a TV show on here in Australia. It was where there was some graffiti on the wall, and somebody obviously didn't know who they were, and it's like, oh, Duran Duran rules. What's a Duran Duran? Well, take some flour, mix with water, get some chocolate, and ooh, you've got some rising Durans. Anyway, I think I will just persist in. No, what am I trying to say? Blasting things is distracting me. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get into my Duran Durans. Wow. Not sure if they wanted to get into them or out of them, away from them. I think not only am I going to have the air conditioner in the background, I think I've got some motor races or something. That's going to be fun. Alright. First up is. I'm not quite sure. This is Planet Earth. I always find it interesting as a lyricist. I kind of get the feeling that Simon Le Bon quite often couldn't fill in his gaps, so there's ba 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 do 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 and all of that sort of thing. So it's kind of, oh Simon, what do you think for this as a lyric? Oh, how about do 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 or ba 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 or some do do ba ba? Probably thought, well, if Sting can do it, I can too. But I have to admit, when I saw the photos on the other side, I'm there thinking, is this supposed to symbolise the four seasons or something? That could be interesting. Oh, what a night, late December back in '63. Uh, yeah. That could be interesting, I suppose. Yes, Australian version of Girls on Film. Look at that. Yes, I bought this new. Um, and this is a UK copy of My Own Way. Now, I really can't quite work out what this is. This is clearly an abstract. Well, I suppose it's showing, well, I'm doing it my own way, so this is my own way. Maybe they thought, oh well, maybe in years to come this would make a good stamp or something. And I can't even read what the print is supposed to be. Ooh, I could put it through some of my groovy two-tone effects. Might make... maybe that might help me read it. Maybe not. No, let Wilkin give it a go. Oh, okay. It says Duran Duran. Now that I think about it, that's quite obvious. Oh. It just blended in so much for me. But there we are. Yeah, mystery solved my own way. And next up is, well, this is the Australian copy of Rio. Now, the thing I always found about the song Rio is that Simon's vocal is really actually quite flat. I've seen you on the beach, and I've seen you on TV, through all the billions of... yeah, and stuff like that. But hey, it was that kind of voice for the new romantic era. A few of them had ones like that. Philip Oakey springs to mind straight away. Tony Hadley from Spandau Ballet could be a little bit like that as well. So they obviously thought, well, let's sort of hit one step away from trying not to sound flat while sounding flat. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So it's ironical that the next one should be please, please tell me. Is there something I should know? Now, I do remember the Heebie-Jeebies did when they did their 20 Big Number Twos, which was a send-up of all the 80s art, or a lot of 80s things. And the way they did Duran Duran was, please, please don't turn off until you've seen the video. And, yeah, Duran Duran, that's right, that's what they called them, referred to them as Duran Duran. So that's the Australian pressing of Is There Something I Should Know? And what I find amazing is the fact that I didn't trip over that song title. That's pretty good. But could you think of a more bland cover though? I mean, really. Here are these colourful new romantic guys and they bring out a cover like that. Oh, well, at least on the other side you got a group photo looking all serious and Roger looking like he's ready to jump up to go elsewhere, shall we say. Next up we have Hungry Like the Wolf. And I always remember at school with the lyric, well, if he smells like he sounds, he must stink. Could never work out that lyric. I wonder, it could be a good thing if he smells like he sounds. Then if you're a massive egotist, you think, oh my God, that is the most divine perfume. Don't quite understand those kind of drag queen type eyes though. They don't look hungry there. They just look like they've seen far too much makeup. Next up is A Vision in Green with the Australian pressing to Union of the Snake. So yes, in order to pose for the cover, they've shoved a sunset backdrop onto them, and I sometimes wonder at the end of a photo shoot whether there are any breathing difficulties through all of that hairspray that would have been spritzed around. Yes, photographers sort of get the edict, oh, you're going to photograph Duran Duran today, oh, better wear that mask. Just to protect ourselves from Nick Rhodes's coiffed do for starters. I love how the dot there to represent the eyeball is where you shove the needle in. Hang on a second. So, so you look at it like this, and then you can put it on the turntable and... Gee, It's alright, no Duran Durans or anything like that were harmed in the making of this video. It's alright. It might be a bit kind of cash sometimes, but I would never do anything to sort of waiting for it to fly out of my hand, aren't you? And 9 times out of 10 it probably would have. So yeah, next up is Save a Prayer. Now, to be really honest, I was not a big fan of this song. It just seemed to be kind of, oh yes, we have to put out the obligatory slow ballady type thing. Frankie Goes to Hollywood did it too with Power of Love. It's almost like that thing of the third single or something like that had to be a ballad or some gushy single thing. The interesting thing is too is that it could be argued that this picture sleeve shows the division in the band. All individual photos there. And the B-side is From the Arena. Oh. So anyway, this is the end of part 1. So I'll be doing a part 2 somewhere down the track. Heck, well, if you see these things, I tend to like have part 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. Because I don't want it to be this enormous, long, I don't want it to be this long, or, or this long, or that long, or whatever. I don't want it to be too long. Because I see some of the earlier videos, it's like, oh dear, I did do them a bit long, didn't And in part 2, I'll be able to regale you with the reflex. Flex. And I can't do the reflex without having to do the reflex. Yeah, that was me doing a bit of flexing there. Alright, enough of that. I'll trundle off now, and hopefully you enjoyed this train wreck, really, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a bit of a train wreck. But never mind, that's not stopped me before from shoving these things up there for you to see. It's like, oh god, there he goes again. Alright, please take care of yourself. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you did, please do the likes and subscribes and all those sorts of things, and the bells and the whistles and blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff that I wave my hands around for. And hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Once again, with everything that's been going on, please take care now. Alrighty. Ciao.